This morning, a California hospital is tracking down hundreds of people who may have been exposed to tuberculosis. The possible exposure affects more than 1,000 people. The list includes 350 newborns. A nurse at the Santa Clara Valley Medical Center tested positive for the potentially deadly disease. So starting today, the hospital is offering testing and treatment for those affected. Dr. David Agus is in Los Angeles with more on what makes this infection so dangerous. David, good morning to you. How serious a threat is it?
You know, it's serious. At the turn of the last century, tuberculosis was the #1 killer in the United States. It's certainly gone down dramatically to about 9,000 cases a year in the United States. But in newborns, it can be fatal. And so newborns need to be treated right away. And so they're going to be treated with a 6-month course of isoniazid, a particular antibiotic they have to take every day. Adults, they're going to wait, and they have to wait till they either show a positive test or get symptomatic, and then they'll be treated.
So are there some special concerns for the babies given this?
No question about it. I mean, you know, when tuberculosis happens in a child, it goes from the lung, it can spread out throughout the whole body. And they're going to go on a medicine. The medicine has clear side effects. It can affect the liver and the nerves, but it was felt that the side effects was greater than the benefit was greater than the risks in this case, and they're going to treat them.
David, the hospital knew about this in mid-November that the nurse had tested positive for TB.
Yeah, that's the really sad part, at least to me, is that, you know, she tested negative in September and then went to her doctor, the nurse, and they did a chest x-ray and found it. In November, they knew the hospital. It took them a month to put together a game plan of identifying the kids and the parents who were affected, as well as other hospital workers, and also how to notify them and figuring out what to do. To me, a month is too long. When you know, you got to talk.
Yeah. So how can it be prevented, David?
Well, you know, we can prevent it by isolating the individuals. Turn of the century, they built specific tuberculosis hospitals and put patients in them. But we have to get better as a country, as a world, at identifying this. Right now, we can culture it, but it takes several months. There's skin tests and other things, but we need immediate tests for this disorder. So as soon as somebody has it, we can make sure they don't spread it and we can treat it. The science hasn't caught up yet with what we're doing.
All right, David.
David, turning to something less serious.
Yes.
Steve Jobs influenced you greatly
Yes.
As your friend and got you to wear a black sweater all the time. Why are you wearing red? And what would Steve think?
He would approve. He would approve, David.
Steve would roll over, but this is Gayle King's influence on me, is celebrate the holidays, do
Yes, I
something
think you look
positive
nice.
here.
You knew we were not going to let this moment go without, but we were starting with something serious. But I was just waiting to the end to get there. You look good in red, Dr. David Agus.
Brings a
Well,
nice.
thank you, guys.
I like the black,
appreciate it.
David.
Thank you, Charlie.
Oh, you look good.
There's a purple one coming in the mail. Thanks, Dr. David Agus.